Now, it would be unfair if I put Chloe through this and not put you through this. So, um, I wanted to talk about some of your favorite basketball kicks, so some of your favorite shoes. Now, I'll do the same sort of quick fire thing that I did with Chloe. What are you currently wearing at the minute in terms of game shoes? What's your go-to shoe at the minute?
So right now I'm wearing my Kyries,
Oh,
this
no.
Kyrie shoe. Just quite simple, but I like them. They're a very comfortable shoe. Just white. I'm a white shoe type of person. You
Yeah.
will not see me wearing black. I'm white shoe, white socks, and then some yellow. Give it a little bit of an electric taste to them, but quite simple. And this is my go-to shoe. I have some other shoes, but usually once I start wearing a pair, I just kind of like stick to that one for the whole season. And I keep thinking, well, I could probably rotate them to keep them a bit cleaner and then they last longer. But I'm just really bad at that. So I've been wearing these since I got them.
Are you quite superstitious in that you feel that if you were to wear different ones and you had a bad game, that it was down to the shoe or not?
No, I'm not too superstitious. No. I'm usually quite easygoing with the shoe that I wear as long as I'm comfortable with them.
What was your first pair of basketball shoes when you first started playing?
Oh, what was my first shoe? I think I wore a pair of and ones. It
Yeah.
was a pair of and ones when and one was still a big brand. They were white with some orange on
Nice.
them, like at the bottom. It was a thick and blocky shoe. Now that looking back, I'm like, God, how could you wear that?
What was I thinking?
Yeah, like thick. It was a heavy shoe, but
Yeah.
at the time, it was just like, and one was trendy. So I remember just rocking up with like a full and one kit. It was just like matching, like shorts and top, all the same, and then and one shoes. And I thought I was just so cool at the time. And now looking back, I'm like, God, I have pictures somewhere that I probably don't even want to like go back and look. But I was always matching top and bottom. It was same color, same details, just like a full kit. And now I would never do that unless I had a game.
If you had an unlimited budget, what would be your go-to shoe to go out and buy right now?
Basketball shoe.
Yes.
What would be my shoe? Oh, my go-to shoe. So back in the day, I used to really like the what were they called? I think they were called Hyperdunks. The
Yeah,
Hyperdunks
yeah, yeah, yeah.
back in the day, those were nice and they were so comfortable. And I think I had like two or three in a row, different shoes, but it was still the same line of Hyperdunks. And I loved them, but then they kind of like disappeared. And then I kind of like moved on to Kyries when I was in college. I've also worn KDs. My KDs are quite comfortable. I have two pairs as well. I just haven't been wearing them this season. Um, so I would probably go with KDs for comfort.
Yeah.
That would
What,
be my go-to shoe.
what's your take on the new LeBrons? Have you seen those, the 20s?
The 20s, they look nice. I like them. I've seen them and I've had people tell me, oh, you should get a pair, like the green pair. I'm not like, I think it was the first one that was released. I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
neon green with some pink. And I was told, oh, you should get a pair like that. And I went, have you looked at the price?
I was going to say, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all good and well looking at them, but when you come to
Yeah,
buy
I'm
them,
like they look nice, and I bet that they would look really nice on my feet if I had the budget to buy them. But sometimes it's hard for me to justify buying another pair when I have three
yeah.
already. So
They've just released the Christmas ones, which are like an all like a luminous green with like a red sort
oh
of.
yeah, I've seen them. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen them.
I don't know. See, they're too novel for me. Like
Mhm.
I would only feel sensible wearing them at Christmas. Like you couldn't wear them like in June. Do you know what I mean?
Right. But if you had the budget and you just had all the money,
If I had the
and you go,
budget,
okay, it's Christmas Day, so
yeah,
I'll wear my Christmas shoes, and then it comes with an Easter line of a new model. So you just go with the Easter shoe if you had all the money. But yeah, I definitely I see where you're coming from. I wouldn't wear them in June. No.
As I said to Chloe, I've got a thing with shoes. Like I've just sold a load of them because like during lockdown, that's all I bought was shoes. Like between Vans, Jordan 1s, like I just went crazy. Like I'm not even joking. Like I've probably sold in the last 2 weeks for about 15 pairs of trainers. And I started off buying them really cheap, like just getting a pair of Vans here and there, and then I kind of built myself up to like every month buying a pair of Jordan 1s. But now since I've getting into this and I've started having these conversations and people are saying, oh, check out these KD or Kyries or LeBrons or whatever, like it's going to bankrupt us, honestly. It's
definitely.
But yeah, and if you were to critique any sort of shoe and there was absolutely one shoe that you definitely would never wear, what would it be?
Would never wear. What shoe would I never wear? What would it be? I'm not very picky to a point where I would just criticize a shoe. Any sort of blocky shoe is a no for me. Yeah. As I said, I don't really wear black shoes either. I'm more of a white shoe person. I think about, I don't know if you remember, it was a long time ago, probably like 7 or 8 years ago. I think that there were like a pair of Kobe's that were really high, like a boot.
Vaguely, yeah.
A very thin boot, and it was very high. It was like a mix of a boot and a sock, but not like a basketball regular like high top boot. We're talking about like really high.
Like a boxing boot type of thing. Like that was like
yeah.
Yeah, I remember them. Yeah.
I would never wear that shoe personally. I'm like, maybe it's great for ankle support, and to be honest, I have really bad ankles, so maybe I would benefit from something like that.
Yeah.
But looking at them, I'm like, no, I don't think I would go for a shoe like that.
No. There's some out there now that like I think we went through a phase where you look at the Jordan 1, that was obviously a high, and there are still some nice high mids out there, but most players now seem to go for the sort of the low ones rather than and I think as they've become more of a or as there's been more of a focus on speed and agility and that type of stuff. Like I played once or twice when I was in school in Jordan 1s, and my feet were shredded.
Yeah,
they were just they look great, and they're still are by far the best basketball shoe ever made, but they're the least practical.
Yeah,
you know, and I just think these. I mean, I got a pair of KD Tray 5s. I think they were called. Is it Tray 5s? Yeah, it must be. And they're the most comfortable shoe ever, and they're like a what I would call a trainer, like the small, low cut ones, and they're just so comfortable. And then you put the Jordans on, and they look better, but they're less comfortable.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I had an unlimited amount of money to spend on shoes, Jesus.
You already spend it, and you don't have it like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would literally need an extra room to house them all.